if you don't want to do cold outreach for the rest of your life, it's time to start a personal brand. That's why I've started mine. And even if I am or was an introvert and I don't necessarily like to be on camera, but here's my story about how I went from barely being able to talk to actively deciding to start a personal brand and documenting my journey speaking by myself in front of a camera. So I've like always been the quiet kid. I've had no problem like speaking one on one, but I've often been quiet in bigger groups, like bigger friend groups, etc. And I've also liked to be alone, like the usual thing for an introvert, that you recharge and so on, like when you're alone and it's quiet. And it's been the same for me. Like that's why I started copywriting as well. I wanted to hide behind the computer because I didn't want to be on sales calls like every day and so on. But I've realized that you can't be an introvert if you really want to succeed in business and yeah, in copywriting as well. So I made the decision to not be an introvert anymore. And yeah, I know it's a mindset shift like everyone needs, especially copywriters, if they want to achieve real success. So when I started copywriting, I could barely talk. Like on coaching calls and everything, I got nervous and shaky. I didn't even want to ask questions, but I did anyways, and it was painful. But I have improved, and I'm also in this community where we have daily accountability calls, which has helped a lot. Like when I started with those, I was all over the place. I didn't know what to say. I was nervous, as I said, and but I stuck to it, and yeah, I've improved a lot. Those calls has helped me a lot, and on these accountability calls as well, there were always people like saying how they posted content and started their personal brand. So eventually, I started my own as well, and the intention for this personal brand is to leverage it for business to be able to get clients, and so I don't need to do cold outreach like forever, and also like learning by teaching, and of course improving my communication skills. And I just know that it will serve me for the rest of my life, so I can build connection with the personal brand. And because there's client you can't even get from cold outreach as well, they're just so big that you can't get their attention. And there's so many deals that comes from referrals. So take one of these big clients as an example. Then they maybe tell their video editor that they need a copywriter, and you get a referral that way. And yeah, as I said, this is also for improving my communication skills that will serve me not just in business but in all areas of life. And I've already seen improvements from like 3 YouTube videos. So if you're a copywriter who wants to hide behind the computer, or just an introvert as well, just start. Like it could be these accountability calls, a coaching calls, or just recording yourself without publishing it. Like saying you're an introvert is basically just an excuse to say that you haven't improved your communication skills. And when you start, like, don't care about what people think. Like that's a big mindset shift I've had as well. Don't give a fuck about what people think. And yeah, everything is mindset. Like we live on a big dirt ball in a galaxy so big we can't even comprehend. So why would we bother about what anyone thinks? And yeah, in the grand scheme of things, like our challenges and problems are just so small. So I would say just start. That's what I'm doing. I'm documenting my journey. I'm sharing what I'm doing. I'm not an expert at all, but I'm starting and I'm consistent. And yeah, if you are consistent, you will improve, and basically, or eventually, you will become an expert. And another thing as well is that you're immensely qualified to help the person you once were. So maybe if you don't feel like you have anything to share or teach, you probably have, and yeah, just start.